Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, my husband and I are doing a bedroom makeover for our friend Ryan. He lives in a house with a couple other guys and wanted to have a bedroom makeover, something that fits his current style and was more up to date. Here is a video of his bedroom before the makeover. Now, before we headed to Ryan's house, my husband and I went ahead and loaded up the car with all of the items that I purchased for this bedroom makeover. I got together with Ryan a few months ago to figure out what style he's most drawn to, created a Pinterest board for him, and then went ahead and purchased all of the items for his bedroom that I needed for this makeover, according to his style as well as what he was wanting out of his bedroom so it would function best for his lifestyle. I also went ahead and copied and pasted most of the items that I purchased for this bedroom makeover onto a Microsoft Word document just to have a better overall idea of all of the items I was working with. And once I had that in place, I was able to actually draw out a layout of where I wanted to place everything. That way, once we were done with the makeover, I would know how to set everything up in such a way that it would all function the best for him. I also made sure to create a to-do list for us when we arrived at his house. That way we did everything in a way that made sense to where we got everything done in a timely manner. When we arrived at Ryan's house, we went ahead and picked out a paint color for his room. I made sure to pick up paint swatches from the store earlier that week. Now, before we all went to the store to buy the paint we needed along with a few other items, we first went ahead and emptied out the entire room. Thankfully, he didn't have too many things in his bedroom. Ryan is a minimalist, and that is definitely a part of his bedroom style. Ryan loves industrial pieces. He's, like I said, a minimalist, and he also has a timeless style as well, which was really fun for me designing his space because I too have a timeless style, and I would also consider myself a minimalist as well. So we kind of think similarly. And then we also went ahead and removed all of the wall plates throughout the room, as well as filling any holes to begin the process of prepping the room to paint when we got back. Then, once we got back from the store, the guys went ahead and got started right away on painting the walls. Now, before they started painting the walls, my husband screwed together some of the metal piping that we purchased at the store for the bookshelf we're going to be making Ryan. That way I could go ahead and spray paint them all black. While I spray painted these pipes black, I also went ahead and spray painted a couple of the lamps that I purchased for Ryan. He really liked the style of these lamps, but we wanted to go ahead and change the color. That way, we would have matching black accents throughout the room. Before I spray painted the pipes, I needed to go ahead and clean them. So I went ahead and I used this VM&P naphtha cleaner, making sure to wear safety gloves as well. Once I was done cleaning all of the pipes off, I went ahead and spray painted everything using this Rust-Oleum Satin all-surface paint and primer. And then, once the guys were done painting the room, we were pretty much done for day one of this bedroom makeover. So we went ahead and went home, and then we came back the next day. On the next day, we got started on putting together the bookshelf. Ryan had a lot of books, and I thought it would be nice to make a space in his room for a reading nook. Somewhere to store all of his books, but also a little spot for him to read at. So my husband and I designed this bookshelf. We made sure to place it 5 inches above where the top of his chair ended. That way we could slide his chair right underneath it. Once we were done hanging up all of the black metal piping to the wall, we went ahead and cut the pieces of wood that we would need for the shelves, and then I stained the wood and brought the stained pieces back upstairs where we mounted them to the wall on top of the black metal pieces using small L brackets. Before we actually hung these shelves, my husband and I went ahead and hung the new curtains we bought using more metal piping as our curtain rod holder. We're going to do metal piping in one other area of the room. I thought this would be a good way to have metal piping flow throughout the room instead of just being in one spot on the bookshelf. And also, Ryan wanted blackout curtains, so that's what I made sure to purchase. Now I will try to link as many things that I purchased for this bedroom makeover in the description box below for you guys as well. Now, as my husband and I were putting together these DIY projects for Ryan's bedroom, we had Ryan assemble all of his new furniture pieces in the garage for us, which helped out a ton with time. This bedroom makeover took us 2 full days, and I don't think we could have gotten it accomplished in that amount of time if we didn't have Ryan's help. So thanks so much for that, Ryan. You're the best. Now, the last DIY project my husband and I did for this bedroom makeover was taking this desk that used to be in Ryan's room and transforming it into a floating shelf for above his bed. I took an orbital sander and first sanded the desktop using 60 grit sandpaper. Then, once I was able to sand the old finish off of the desk, I went in with a 220 grit sandpaper to make sure that the desk was nice and smooth before I put my stain on it. And when I was completely done sanding it, I went ahead and I wiped the entire table off with a wet rag, letting it dry before I applied the wood stain. I used American walnut to stain the piece and a foam brush. Now, after the stain was completely dry, I went in with a satin polyurethane on top. And then, once the poly was completely dry, my husband went ahead and took the legs off of the desk and we cut the piece of wood in half. And we then took some more metal piping, screwed it to the wall like you see here in this video, and slid the 2 pieces of wood, one on top of the other, in between the metal piping brackets. And this went above Ryan's bed for a little decor moment right there on the wall. Now, the one piece of furniture that we did have to assemble in the bedroom was the bed because it wouldn't have been able to fit through the doorway, so the guys went ahead and did that. And now, for all of the finishing touches, I went ahead and I had the guys bring in all of the furniture pieces, and then I kicked them out, so that way I could go ahead and decorate the space to surprise Ryan with. The first thing I did was make the bed. Ryan wanted all new bedding for his new bedroom makeover. I will try to link this bedding down below for you guys. He said he absolutely loved these bed sheets, so I will definitely find these and link them down below for you if you are in the market for a new set of bed sheets. And then I simply decorated his nightstand with a few of his old Bibles, a candle, and a few smaller books. Now, for his bookshelf, I went ahead and divided all of his books into sections based off of the color of the book. It just made his books look more color coordinated and styled. I have seen different interior designers that I follow do this with their bookshelves, so I thought this would be a good time to try it out. I only purchased a few decor pieces for his room, mainly using his book collection as decor throughout the room. Like I said in the beginning of this video, Ryan is definitely more of a minimalist, so I didn't want to clutter the room, especially since the room is already so small. Now, I also made sure to incorporate a reading lamp next to his reading nook area with this Edison bulb light. Ryan really wanted me to incorporate Edison bulbs into his bedroom makeover, so I thought this would be a good way to do it while also keeping it looking clean and minimal. In this blue chair we got for him from IKEA, and I just put a throw blanket over the arm of the chair and added a little throw pillow for his back. And then for his desk, I just set another desk lamp on it and this little glass measuring cup to put his pens in, and my husband and I also made these curtain tiebacks out of wood dowel rods for him as well, if he wants to tuck his curtains behind them at any point. I also went ahead and set some of Ryan's notebooks on his desk for him also. I did order some prints online for these picture frames that Ryan took when he was out hiking, but they haven't arrived yet, so for now I just left the dragonflies that came with the picture frames in those for now, just for now. And then on the wall across from Ryan's bed, we have his new dresser. I did go ahead and swap out the old dresser knobs with these new ones. This dresser is from IKEA, and that's a good way to make a furniture piece look more styled. Just swap out the drawer pulls. And that is it. This is Ryan's complete bedroom makeover. I hope you guys love this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please, please don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys so much. I love every time a new member joins my growing YouTube family. So please don't forget to subscribe. It means so much. And until next time, I love you guys. Bye.